It's another episode of my Balkans trip. Today we're going to start off in the breakfast room of Story Hotel. Alright, so first off we got some spreads, like peanut butter and strawberry and stuff. We got cereal. Then we got some nuts and fruit. And over here we got some things for salad. And over there we got some boiled eggs. And here we got some ham, some cheese, some pastry and mushroom cream with mushrooms. And here we got some fruits, vegetables, some things for you to drink. Back here's the desserts. And then over here we got some bread, and that's pretty cool. Now time for the bottom half. We got some tea, got some cutlery, and then over here we got condiments like pepper and salt, some cheese there. And here we got tuna, we got chicken pate. Then here we got some cheese, some butter, some milk, some dessert, which is pudding. Then we got some yogurt, and that's what they have for breakfast in the Story Hotel. Alright guys, so right now we're out and about walking the streets of Sarajevo. Let's go look around and see what they have to offer. Well, look at this, guys. This restaurant right here is surrounded by a lot of ruins. Alright guys, so that bridge over there is the most important bridge in the world. This is the bridge that started World War I. So basically there's a plaque on this corner that says, "From this place on 28 June 1914, Gavrilo Princip assassinated the heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne, Franz Ferdinand, and his wife Sofia." So basically they were driving along this bridge and then they got assassinated by... Yeah, so they got shot right there, and that started World War I. Austria got angry, then the rest of the countries around it got angry, and everyone was angry, and then World War I was a thing. Everything happens in the blink of an eye, eh? This bridge right here is a most important bridge. This is the bridge that changed the world. This is the bridge that started World War I. So yeah guys, the name of this bridge is called the Latin Bridge, and basically how everything happened was that Franz Ferdinand actually drove the car up here, but then it broke down halfway, and so he got shot on the spot. And things happened in World War I. Alright, so this is an information plaque right here. So this sort of monument here, this monument is to the victims of the Sarajevo assassination. Archduke Franz Ferdinand, aka the dude who got shot on the bridge, who is the heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne, and his wife Sophie, Duchess of Hohenberg. It was unveiled here on 28 June 1917 and was removed in February 1919. So yeah, it was right here, but they removed it. They moved it somewhere else. Sad. So alright guys, so right over here is the bridge, as you can see. And right there is the museum. So basically on the outside you can read all about what happened on the bridge, what was before and what happened after. You can even go inside and read more about it. But you can still go outside and read the information panels and look at the pictures and see what led to this event. Alright guys, so right now we've just joined a free walking tour from the Insider Company. And basically we're gonna walk with them today so we can find out more about the city. Alright guys, so that building right there, that huge massive building, I'll give you 5 seconds to guess what it is. Well, it's actually the town hall. It's pretty cool, eh? Let's get close to it. This town hall here is actually where Franz Ferdinand was supposed to go, but since his convoy got injured, he had to go to the hospital and visit them. So his trip to the town hall was cancelled, but here it is. Do you see that house at the end of the road that says Inak Kucha? Well, basically that house belonged to a very stubborn Bosnian man. It's actually a very funny story. So basically this house was moved brick by brick from there. So basically when Ottoman Empire came, they actually wanted to buy all these houses around here. Everyone agreed except this one man. And then so basically they came to agreement. One day the man came over and made a joke. He said, "If you can move my house brick by brick all the way there and give me the money that you have offered, I will move." And so they did it. because they really wanted to build this town hall. And so, since they were fishermen, their house was actually facing the river, which was down there. But yeah, being the stubborn Bosnian man he was, he has had to rotate the house 90 degrees so they have a view of the river. So yeah, and that's the end of the story. And as you can see over there, it's actually now a restaurant. You can come there, it's very famous. It's called the name is right there, Nikoclanli restaurant. So basically you can go there and have a nice meal. Now that I think about that story, it's actually seriously funny. Alright, so this here is the food street. Basically you can find all sorts of restaurants that sell different types of Bosnian cuisine and cuisine just from all around the world. They are also famous for their meat. Bosnia loves meat. So if you go to any one of these restaurants, they are sure to have meat. Just a lot of meat.
The same said for Turkish and for Bosnian coffee, but the main difference, as I said before, is in the way you actually prepare the coffee itself. When you want to make Turkish coffee, it's a very simple type of coffee. What you do is you take this pot, we call it cezva, and inside you put coffee, water, sugar, mix it, boil it, done. That's Turkish coffee. Very simple. But Bosnian coffee is a little bit more tricky. You have to have two of these pots. In one pot, you put only coffee, in the other one only water. Then you boil the water, and as it is boiling, you pour it into this pot, and then you take this pot and put it on the stove. You have to let it rise and settle 3 times. So put it on the stove, let it rise, take it off, put it back again, take it off, put it back again 3 times. And it takes much longer than usually to prepare coffee, but then we always say you need to rest, and the coffee needs to rest as well. So when you make the coffee, you put it on one of these plates or bigger plates and put it down, let it rest. But the trick is, it doesn't really need to rest. All the coffee grains need to settle down to the bottom. I don't think you want to be drinking those. They add to the flavor, of course, but you want to keep them down at the bottom. That's why after, when you want to stir the coffee, you don't stir all the way down to the bottom to bring the seeds back up. You only stir the top, and you will see the top will change color from dark brown to light brown. Now, with these small pots, you can just pour the coffee and it's okay. But the problem begins with these bigger pots. When you have the bigger pots, you will have a big layer of foam on the top. And then, if you were to just pour it in, the first man would get pretty much too much foam. So what we do is take a spoon and take that foam and put it inside of these fill jars. So if you have 2 people, you put a little bit of both, and then if you have 8, 9 people, everybody gets a little bit of the cream, and then you can pour in the coffee. So I don't have to pay. There's some coffee inside as well, but you would take one of these and then grind the coffee. I'll just take this. I don't want to put this back down. I'll take the cheaper ones if I break it. But of course, this is usually the man's job. So the man would take it. Usually we put it like this on our belly, sit down and talk while you are grinding the coffee. And we drink coffee 3 to 4 times a day, so you would have a very strong right arm, but you would have, let's say, then if you were to go to Croatia, there's a small joke Croatians like to make with Bosnians. Usually we go to Croatia for summer vacation, and they always say they can recognize a Bosnian man on the beach because he has a bruise right here on his stomach from all the grinding of the coffee every single day. But it's up to you to go to Croatia and see if it's really true. But you can see. This fountain, or any of the fountains, you are destined to come back to Sarajevo or even live here. So, I would recommend drinking some water if you haven't already, so we have to see each other again sometime in the future, maybe even become neighbors. Who knows, we'll see about that. But especially on warm days, in the summer it's a good place to refill your water bottle. That's what I usually do. Have the same water bottle, just refill it every single day, but today we don't looks like we won't need that. It's a perfect day to explore the city, but we'll keep on walking through the old town now, reach a place called Morchahan, where...
Yo, where are we going?
Oh, look at that.
Where am I? Where's our tour guide taking us to our meal?
That shows how wealthy he was at the time. And he came to Sarajevo. He was one of those people that drank water and came back. And he fell in love with Sarajevo and decided to invest a lot of money. He built khans like this, hammams, public bath places, mosques, bazistans, madrasas, maktabs, and so on and so on. Well, also like known as the builder of the This is the courtyard of the Gazi Husrein Bey mosque itself. It is the biggest mosque we have here in Bosnia and Herzegovina, but when you look at it, it's not a huge mosque. Maybe you have seen, probably have seen bigger mosques around the world, but here we like to make them a very old traditional way. Usually what we do is we make one big dome and one minaret, and that's what we do. You won't find many mosques with 2, 3, 4. I think there are only a couple of mosques with 2 minarets. I don't think there's a single one with 3 or 4 minarets as you can find all around the world, but it was built in 1530. It is one of the oldest mosques, but it is also the main congregational mosque for Muslims. So any big events happening in the Muslim community, for example, tonight is the last day of Ramadan, tomorrow morning Eid Mubarak starts, so there will be a lot of people.
Wow guys, that's actually a lot of nice information. I hope you guys can actually learn a little bit from this tour guide also. I'm learning quite a lot. This is the first public toilet in Sarajevo. It's actually free. However, there's a catch to it. It's very old. It was opened in 1530. So basically the toilets are a hole in the ground. Alright guys, so right now we're walking in a Bezinska, and basically what this place is, it's like an old marketplace. It's one of the only buildings that survived the war due to its being completely made out of stone. So it lasted for a long time. So if you wanted to buy some fake goods from China, you can actually just come here, as you can see. A lot of nice examples right here. So yeah, this is the outside of Bezistan. Very nice. Alright guys, so this here is the divider between West and East, the Sarajevo Meeting Cultures point. So basically at this point, this is where all the Austrian buildings are, all new and grand. While behind me is the very old Ottoman Empire buildings. As you can see, they're all very old, very small, all made out of stone and wood. Yeah, it's very old basically. So this is the point where both cultures meet. Except for this building, this is the only exception. Next to it, this is a little sign here. So basically, if you don't know which way to go, west or east, to see what culture, you just spin it. And we're gonna go to the... I don't know where to go. So yeah guys, old side, and this side is the new side.
Catholic cathedral. Now, the Catholic cathedral itself was also built during Austro-Hungarian time, of course, as majority of this part of the city was, but the original plan was a little bit different. The architect Josip Pancash had not the most, let's say, genius idea of all time. He wanted to copy-paste Notre Dame from Paris to here. But obviously it didn't work out. If you have been to Paris or maybe seen pictures of Notre Dame, it's not even close. The reason why is not because he's a bad architect, but because of something else. The first archbishop, also Josip Stadler, he didn't want to waste so much money into a cathedral. So he said, we'll use half of the money to build a cathedral, we'll use the other half for something else, and he wanted to build something more simple because this wasn't, let's say, a rich neighborhood at the time as it is. Today it was a more poor neighborhood, so he didn't want to have a cathedral that will stand out, glorious cathedral, and all the people around it are poor. It didn't really fit in, and that's why so many people consider him a saint. And some people also ask me, is there maybe a statue of him? But that's not. That's obviously a statue of Pope John Paul II, who came here in Sarajevo just shortly after the war ended, and I would say he's one of the first, let's say, globally important people who came actually to Sarajevo to share a message to the rest of the world what was going on. He said, it's okay, you can build your church, but there was only one condition. The top of the tower cannot be taller than the tallest minaret in Sarajevo, which was Gazi Husrein Bey, 34 meters tall. But they are Sarajevo Orthodox, so what they did, built it 1 meter taller, 35. And then the Muslims gathered here, took a look at the tower, then at the mosque, realized, wait, the tower is a little bit taller. What we're gonna do? And then what the Muslims did is just upgrade the minaret 1 meter as well to also be 35 meters tall. And still today nobody knows which one is actually taller. If you come here to the Orthodox, ask them, of course they'll say our tower is the tallest. If you go to the mosque, ask the Muslims, they'll say, of course our tower is the tallest, but I think Allah's Twist Tower is not the tallest building on the Balkan region, 129 meters tall, but just a local dispute between the people here. And this is, let's say, the final stop of our tour as well, but you can as well visit all the buildings which visit Orthodox Church, Cathedral, Mosque, City.
Alright, so that is the Dragon's Nest. And it's basically one of the places people in Bosnia gather around to watch the FIFA World Cup, Russia 2018, which is going to be very interesting. However, we're not going to stay around. Let's go continue exploring this place. Wow, what an interesting story about the church. Very cool. Well, so that was the end of the tour. Very sad. But we learned quite a lot. Hey, is that a mini chess? Actually, it's not mini, it's actually quite large. But some people are actually playing with it. In front of the Orthodox Church now. We're going in. Let's go, let's go. Never mind about that. We couldn't bring our cameras in. Let's go. Alright, so right now we're back here. This is the marketplace from yesterday, if you don't remember. We came here to just look around. So today we're actually going to go inside. Alright, so this is the meat market. They sell all sorts of things like meat, eggs, fish, and all sorts of cool looking things. Come in here, you can buy the freshest meat. Walking around now, just finding for a new place to look at. This street is very, very familiar. I wonder why. Hey, wait a minute. Hey, this is the Eternal Flame. Wow. What's that, Dad?
It's the Eternal Flame.
Yeah, I know. We saw it yesterday.
Remembrance of the fallen.
Oof. It's been on since yesterday.
Oh, it'll be on till forever.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. Wow. I don't know what building this is. Alright, so this is the side of the building. As you can see, there's a lot of nice little restaurant stalls and stuff. And it's well decorated by these like things that are hanging in the sky. Oh, cool shops too. Alright, so you know the place where they divide west and east part of town? Well, just right now, we are in the east side.
What is it? Dividing line?
Yeah. As you can see, right behind me is the dividing line. So yeah, we're gonna check out east now. So now we're back at the business town. We'll continue walking around. Lots of very small and tiny shops here. A lot of them selling jewelry. Oh guys, it's a man of dictator Tito. I didn't know what he actually looked like until now. Basically, he was a dictator of Yugoslavia, but when he was abdicated, I think, yeah, it fell apart and it all became many different countries. Alright, so now we are back at the largest mosque in Sarajevo. I forgot to say how tall the minaret was. It's extremely tall. This little hut in the middle is also another place where you can wash your hand and your leg. Upon closer inspection, it's a little fountain, and then it will actually go and drip down into these pipes.
Oh, it's all.
Musaj Gazi Husrev Beg. Apparently he's the man who built all of this mosque around Sarajevo. And this museum, I think, is dedicated to him. Hey, it's a little mosque. This here is a display that's outside the Musaj Sarajevo. And basically they're showing the items that they found from the prehistory, classical, medieval, Ottoman and the Austro-Hungarian period. Back then when Sarajevo was a very famous city, before it got bombed to pieces, they actually held a Olympic Winter Games here. So this is their mascot, I believe. Alright, so right now we're back on Food Street. As you can see, there's a lot of people here. This morning when we arrived, there was no one here. But now it's lunchtime and there's a lot of restaurants open for business. Alright guys, so we found a place on Food Street. We're next to the town hall, as you can see. This place is called Krevas Bidizinika Petika Pehadovic. And basically it's a nice restaurant that sells very delicious food. Let's go inside and have a try. Alright guys, so we're inside the restaurant now. You can actually hear the man calling out to tell that it's actually lunchtime from the bell tower. So that's pretty cool. That's prayer time. Now we're just waiting. Food is here. This is what we're going to be having. It's a very simple lunch, but it's going to be pretty nice. So first we got some onions at the side. Then inside this bread, there's charapi, which is like the little sort of meat fingers. I'm going to enjoy this and I'll see you guys later. Alright guys, so we are finished with our lunch. It was pretty good. Actually, there's actually many different ways you can eat it. You can just take a piece of bread and then you can just eat it. Then you eat the meat separately along with the onions. The onions can be put anywhere. You can put them on the meat, you could put them on the bread and put the meat in the bread and then eat it. Well, I mean, that's what I did. But you can try for yourself, it's pretty good. A lot more shops around here that sell these copper. And that's how you do it.
That then combination with this. This is one leaf. Inside I will put that else.
Ooh.
Leaf. White.
There's actually a whole lot of these copper items made by this man. Isn't that amazing? This whole shop just sells copper pots and sets and plates.
I don't need this strong, but I
Alright guys, so this place that's infested by pigeons, you remember that this is the square. The square is this thing here. Basically, you remember when I told you that the people who went to mosque had to wash their hands and legs? Oh yeah, this is one of those places. It's a real icon to Sarajevo. And yeah, there's a legend surrounding it, is that you drink it, you'll actually return to Sarajevo and maybe even live there. This is actually quite a famous thing to see. If you go to Sarajevo, you definitely have to see this. That boy is being attacked by pigeons. Mania Selifovic. Not sure what that is, but I think it might be some sort of event that's going on. Oh my god, they're flying everywhere. Wow guys, there's like a billion pigeons everywhere. They're like, oh my god, there's freaking everywhere. Oh my god! Alright guys, we're back at Marikahan. Marikahan, if you didn't know, I said earlier in the video, it's a very famous, it's actually not, let's just say it's popular. It's a popular coffee shop, and we're here to try some of their coffee. And yeah, very ambient and quiet now.
the table please.
Okay guys, this here is Bosnian coffee. Basically, there's one cup of water, one cup where you can pour your Bosnian coffee in, and then obviously one single bowl of sugar cubes in case if you think it gets too bitter. Last thing we got is baklava, which is basically a traditional Bosnian pastry.
Dip it in.
Mm-hmm.
Take a bite. Drink. That's how you drink it. Bosnian coffee.
Bitter like Turkish.
Same, but it's nicer. This one is more richer taste.
Next to the coffee house, as you can see, there's a nice little shop selling all sorts of carpets, lamps, and pillows. And this is actually where the horse stables used to be, believe it or not. It's raining now, guys. It's raining now.
The street is
Daddy! We got umbrella here. We're nice and dry. I'm still a little bit wet though. There's no one in the streets. The only people who are in the streets are the people with umbrellas and raincoats. And some are just running. What is that you got there, Daddy? Caramel? Ooh, that's a nice looking caramel. Just
take a picture of the raining on the water floor.
agreed. It is quite rainy today, eh?
Everyone is taking the umbrella out to be sold. Rainy Sarajevo.
That's why I call it business opportunity.
They say it's weird weather now. It seldom rains at this time of year, but it rained. We brought the rain with us from Malaysia.
That's sad.
Oh look, traffic here.
Alright, our hotel is actually quite near, so let's get inside before we get too wet.
Okay.
Alright guys, so right now we're back at our hotel. It's still raining.
Wow, all the clothes dry already.
Yeah, agreed. All the clothes have dried. And yeah, so we're back at our hotel. We're gonna rest up a little bit. We've just seen Bosnia. Alright guys, so right now we're out and about in the streets of Sarajevo. We're just exploring the place now. Actually no, we're just looking for dinner. My mom found a good place to eat for dinner, so we're gonna find that one restaurant. Alright guys, so look over here. This is the mosque. And look over there, back there. There's a telecast company over there that's setting up some cameras for tonight. Because tonight is the
End of Ramadan.
the end of Ramadan, so they no they no longer have the fast and they can eat all they want. Alright guys, so we are at this restaurant called The Very, and basically my mom found this online, so we're gonna check it out. Alright guys, so right now we've just chosen a place to sit down. I think this place is very nice. It's very small but very nice decorations. It's very cozy atmosphere too. It's such a homey place, you know. There's a lot of decoration, a lot of friendly people. Very, very nice and tasty in here too. It makes you very calm and happy.
I think it's the goulash.
Okay guys, so our delicious dinner has arrived. First off, we got curry chicken with rice. Wow. And going on, we got some, what's this, Mom?
Muklikka also.
Mukmika. I see. This one is stuffed eggplant with peppers. Yeah, peppers. So we got very nice dinner. We're gonna enjoy this and I'll see you guys later. Hey Dad, why don't you try some of the curry?
Spicy.
Spicy?
Come on, try it. Eat it.
So this is actually from Serbia. I'm pretty sure it's some sort of curry with some chicken. I want to try this one. Alright, so this is the last dish to arrive. This is a vegetable soup. You can see there's a little bit of carrot in there. A very nice steaming broth. Very delicious. So yeah, this is what we shall be eating for dinner. Alright guys, so we're done with our food. It was delicious. So yeah, the curry was actually pretty nice. It's like very creamy, very rich.
If we don't finish.
Oh yeah, we should probably finish that. The soup is so warm. It'd be perfect on a winter day. We also got some nice.
It's a special soup with vegetables. It had egg, it had some cheese,
Oh yeah.
potatoes. This is the best soup ever.
Oh.
This is a Serbian dish.
Yeah, I know. It was actually also just like the curry, very creamy, very rich. It was a lot of
Spices.
yeah, a lot of spices too. But it wasn't like the spices that would like, you know, set your mouth on fire. It was good spices. Oh, I nearly forgot. There's also, remember the eggplant, the stuffed eggplants and peppers? Yeah, that was pretty good too. My mom said it was her favorite. Really, Mom. What? Tell me why.
It's a vegetarian dish with chili inside.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh guys, so right now we've just walked all the way to the town hall. As you can see, yeah, we've seen this over from other side of the river. As you can see right there, we are there. And then up there, if you see, you'll notice a line on the hill. That line there is the cable car And basically, before the war, the cable car was functioning, and it was functioning well. When they had the Olympics here, it was actually used to get up there and onto the other side. But during the war, the entire place was destroyed, and so was the man who was operating it. He was the first person to get killed. Because as you know, the Serbians actually conquered the hill, so you can shoot down in the city of Sarajevo. So that hill was, so they took over it, and then they blew it up, and then it's been non-functioning for many years now. Until last month. Last month they got it up and running, so that's pretty interesting. Alright guys, so my mom just bought one of those tea sets from this shop that we saw this afternoon. And basically my mom, before she actually took it home, she asked the man to engrave our names, the shop's name and the man's initial, the one who made this. Because he's using letter blocks to engrave the names. I'll show it to you later. Alright guys, we just engraved some words on it. So over here we put Bosnia 2018, very nice. And down here we put our names. Wailong, which is my dad, Elaine, which is my mom, and Wanho, which is me. It's a very nice plate. Alright guys, so right now we have just done engraving our names on it. And now we'll walk up this hill to a place called Yellow Bastion. Let's go. Here are some of the Muslim graveyards, as you can see. They're different from Christian ones, as you can see, as their headstones actually just a little bit stumpy. Some of them are triangles, some of them are roundish. So, yeah. A lot of Muslims died during the genocide, which was held in Sarajevo. Sad. Alright guys, so we're still climbing up to the Yellow Bastion. Still very far away. Alright, so beyond the sea of Muslim graveyards, there lies the city of Sarajevo. There are not many tall buildings, the tallest being that one probably. So yeah, quite a nice view. If you go higher up into the Yellow Bastion, you'll probably get a better view, so let's go. Alright, so the Yellow Fortress / Bastion is here. As you can see, it's quite big. There's a few trees growing up on the top of it. Yeah. Alright guys, so this is the stairs leading up to the bastion. Let's go! Alright guys, so we're inside the bastion now, and ooh, wow. This is what the bastion has become into. They have converted it from a bastion into a cafe or restaurant. Very nice indeed. Okay guys, so this is the view from the fortress / bastion. So from here you can see the cable car going from there all the way to down there. Very cool. You can even see the river where the town hall is. We were there just now. Wow. And over there you can see a lot of houses, because this is a city after all, so there'll be a lot of population. I don't know about you, but I've never seen so many minarets in my life. Like 75% of the people are Muslims, so that's obviously a lot of mosques, and therefore there are lots of minarets sticking out of the high roofs. There's like a few everywhere. So yeah guys, very nice view. Wow. We walked along the bastion walls, and this is the view we get. It is amazing. Okay guys, so everyone here is just waiting for the Hari Raya to start. Everyone's just up here bringing pizza boxes and Coca-Cola. So, but however, they can't actually eat it yet because it's still technically Puasa. It's only until 8 o'clock where they start to feast. Alright guys, so right now we're heading down the hill back to the hotel. Very nice view there is. Well, that's certainly convenient. At the foot of the hill, there's this place where you can buy pizzas from. And maybe that's why we saw so many people with pizza boxes up on the hill.
I think it's direct,
I think it's correct, but let's go look. People here are making the pizzas right now, or at least some sort of pastry. Like those, I think they're making that thing. Oh, look right here guys, this is the pizza box that we saw just now up on the hill. Everyone must have been buying from it. Whoa, look at all that Bosnian bread. Alright guys, so if you didn't know, this is actually where they're gonna announce Hari Raya. Basically, there's a cannon atop that hill. once that cannon is fired, which is around like what 8:20 to 8:30 maybe, but it'll be fired, and once you hear the sound you can start feasting on your delicious food, which is why there are so many pizza boxes up there. Woo!
오, fireworks. 우와, look at that.
Happy Hari Raya! Yay! Wow guys, all the minarets have all lit up, and so have the buildings in the city. Looks like stars. Alright guys, so right now we're back down here at the square, because yeah, walking back to the hotel. Got a nice bag of Orangina right here from the store we got from. Let's go back to the hotel and drink some Orangina. Oh wow guys, this thing is all lit up now. Alright guys, look over there, it's another mosque. Its minaret is all brightly lit. Very nice. Very, very nice. Well, everyone's gone. They all went to eat dinner. There's no one left here. There are a few people praying there. That's pretty cool. Still quite brightly lit up. Alright guys, so this store is called Tridenic Original, and basically they make these like sort of rolls, and this is how they make it. Basically they put it over some cinnamon powder or any salt powder, peanut powder or whatever, and then they spin it like that over some heat, and so it cooks that way.
The first one.
I think I have an idea of how they do it. That there is almond and a lot of sugar. Basically they sprinkle it all over this, and then they roll it again, and then they sprinkle more, and then they roll it and sprinkle more. What's another N? I can't see, but gotcha. It's a cinnamon roll. We bought some. So yeah, guys, we're back at the hotel, and yeah, this is our final night in Bosnia. Tomorrow I'll be leaving to go back to Zagreb. So I guess I'll see you guys in the next episode of my Balkans trip. Bye bye.
Bye, Sarajevo.
Bye bye.